This month, the Virtual Doll Convention has Ellowyne Wilde touring the beautiful botanical gardens of the Netherlands. In today's sewing tutorial, we'll walk through the construction step for the sleeveless dress and 6-panel gored skirt. Let's go ahead and get started. In today's sewing tutorial, we'll be making the sleeveless version of the Flower Fields dress. The pattern pieces that we'll be using for construction include the front of the bodice as well as the side front, the back of the bodice with the dart, and 4 pieces for the skirt. With my heat erasable marker, I've already marked the placement for the darts, and that will be our first sewing step in the back bodice. Remember to leave the threads long enough that you can tie the darts off. With the darts pressed to the side, we'll turn our attention to the front bodice. I've taken some small clips in towards the curved edges of all of the pieces. I'll place the side fronts to the fronts with right sides together and get those pieces sewn in place. We'll grab our back sections, place it right sides together to the front, and sew the shoulder seams. With the bodice pressed, I've constructed the lining utilizing the exact same steps. We're going to place the lining to the bodice with right sides together and pin the 2 pieces. With the lining side up, we'll sew around the neckline and down the left back opening, as well as around both armholes. You will stop that stitch 1/4 inch from the raw edge of the waist so that you have the ability to turn the lining up. Next, we'll sew the armhole openings. We'll clip and trim in towards that seam allowance, and we'll get the bodice turned right side out. We'll turn the bodice right side out by passing the back sections to the front through the shoulder channel. I like to do this with a tube turner, which I run from the front of the bodice to the back, and then I just grab a doll stand, put it in the end of the tube turner to secure the fabric in place, and gently slide the fabric through that shoulder channel. With the bodice turned in press, we'll sew the side seams. You'll open up the front of the bodice as well as the bodice back, match the bodice to the exterior bodice and the lining to the lining, taking into account that underarm seam. You'll pin that together and sew that seam in place. With the seams sewn, we'll press them open. We'll turn up the hem edge of the lining 1/4 of an inch and give it a press. Next, we'll start construction of the skirt. We'll take the skirt side front sections, pin them to the skirt front section, and sew those seams in place. We'll do the same with the skirt side back sections and back sections. With our seams pressed open, we'll place the skirt backs to the skirt front at the side seams with right sides together and get those seams sewn. We'll construct our skirt lining utilizing the same steps. We'll place the skirt lining to the skirt, matching all of the seams, and sew the hemline. We'll trim down that seam allowance, press the lining to the inside, and press the hem. With our hem pressed, you can zigzag or overlock both the right and left back openings. At the sewing machine, you'll baste both the lining and the skirt together at the raw edge of the waist. With the lining and the skirt basted together, you'll grab your bodice section. You'll place it right sides together to the skirt, matching each of the side seams. You'll pin it together and sew the waist seam. You'll check that the seams match up to your satisfaction and press the seam allowance up. With our seam allowance pressed up, you'll grab your needle and thread and attach the lining to the waist seam at the folded edge. With our lining attached at the waist, we'll zigzag or overlock the raw edge of the right back opening. Next, we'll take our dress, place it right sides together, and sew the center back seam from the hem edge to the dot as indicated on the pattern. Here's a quick fit to our doll, and it appears that everything's coming together really well. I'm going to mark the placement for the snaps, sew those snaps in place, and get our final photographs. As you can see from the final photographs, Ellowyne can easily stand out or blend into the beautiful botanical background. The Flower Fields pattern also includes a fully lined jumpsuit with 3/4 length sleeves, hidden pockets, and wide pant legs. The versatility of this pattern gives you the option to make the pantsuit and the dress with or without the sleeves. If you have any questions about the construction for the Flower Fields dress, please feel free to list that in the comment section below. As always, I thank you guys for your time and watching. I invite you to hit the like and subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.